the second jewel of the Vans World Cup of Surfing, featuring Gabriel Medina, Torrey Meister, Ethan Ewing, and Jeremy Flores in heat number 5.
Paid the price there and left that door open for Tanner G.
Well, happy, positive vibe warrior. And here we go with 2014 world champ Gabe Medina. Got to the North Shore, got through his first round heat with a win, and taking that vicious backhand out here to Sunset Beach, but going down on turn number 2. Torrey Meister's been surfing great through this entire event. He had a high of a 9.27 yesterday. He's unleashing a series of nice snaps for Meister.
Wow, I really like those 2 turns from Torrey. Sick turns. That first one kind of sat down on it and just kind of leaned on that back foot and kicked it out. So very cool original turns for today. Again, watch his back foot. He's going to sit down on it and kick it forward. I love that turn. Very cool. Different, you know, it's almost exact opposite of your typical turn today. A lot of kind of carves and snaps, but a little bit of a layback hack there, jam from Torrey Meister, and you got to love the aggression right here. Gabriel Medina just refusing to back down. Big old section. Look at the thing, double overhead, and he absolutely smacks it. But again, when you play with fire out here at Sunset, it's tough to make those moves. It's a lot of power, a lot of water moving around. So Gabriel Medina not managing that big old section. And Jeremy Flores during the break, smooth cutback, but a small wave in the deep water, so that's not going to be a keeper, Kaipo. Pass both Connor and Joanne, so this is big for the young Aussie.
Yep. Just a youngster, but he's got this buttery style and technique to his surfing. We see him screaming down the line. Good looking sunset wall off the top there, gets a little hung up, but hangs through and then has to kick out the back. Right behind him, Jeremy Flores, a veteran of the North Shore, has been coming here for years. Nice layback hack and swings it around on the second turn. Gets a little hung up, but rides out into the channel. So nice wave surf by Jeremy Flores. Who got the better of that exchange, Ross?
Well, definitely Jeremy Flores right there, finishing on his feet. And Ethan Ewing kind of handcuffed on this wave. Didn't really open up for him. It was, you can see how steep it was. It was running away from him. Only was allowed to do a speed line hack there, and it closed out for Ethan. So nothing really wrong with his surfing there, just totally handcuffed. Behind him, though, this wave slowed down a little more for Jeremy, so he was able to do 2 turns. Got hung up on that one. You know, again, it's not going to be a big score, but you can see Jeremy's intentions in this heat. He's trying to throw a couple of quick scores on the board. Bit of a little tribute to AI right there. That looks so much like the late, great Andy Irons.
Set his sights on backing himself up on the qualifying series. Went to Portugal, got a 2nd place in Cascais, and now we have Ethan Ewing up and riding, arcing off the top there, speeding down the line, lip line float, keeps the board under his feet, looking for more, and that wave's going to close out into the deep water of the channel, but he's completed his 2nd ride, so he's going to have 2 waves in his score line. We're waiting both of those scores to drop into our screen so we can update you. And the qualifying series, we have events rated all the way from 1,000 points for the winner, 1,500 points for the winner, 3,000, 6,000, and a big one like this. These are the ones that count, the big 10,000s. And here's Torrey Meister having to muscle through some whitewater right there now on the inside at Sunset. Nice little hack off the top for Meister, and has to duck out the back. 1 turn, covered a lot of the ground, but at least he'll get a 2nd score in his score line.
He had such a good year. He's been absolutely tearing. A little bit frustrating here for Gabriel Medina. Here's a little replay of Torrey Meister on your screen right now. This wave's finally doubling up on the inside bowl, but you can see even on that snap, he kind of got cramped for space. So should be a throw, because you know, the guy is just relentless out here.
Well, always puts on a good show. New name for everyone to learn about. Ethan Ewing making a bigger and bigger name for himself every single surf. A couple of beautiful arcs to start off for the young man from Stratty, and a 3rd rebound right into the white water. So clean surfing, calculated surfing. Ethan Ewing, his low is a 2.5. Did he better his situation?
I think he did. You know, it was a nice smooth carve for Ethan, but at the end of the day, you know, he's going to kick out of that wave knowing that it's not, you know, an absolute keeper of a score. So a nice snap right there, a good, beautiful technique, very clean on his rail. He's a smooth surfer. He doesn't really bounce around. He doesn't look edgy. No sharp angles. You know, he's got great style. So 2 nice cutbacks, but you know, in general, that wave was a little bit of a sleeper. You know, it didn't stand up tall. Finals are better for Jaddy, so definitely keep an eye on him and see if he can focus.
Well, here we go. Another Brazilian goofy foot, former world champ. Gabe Medina hacks one off the top, gets the fins out the back of a solid one at Sunset Beach. And it's just going to be a 1-turn wave for Medina, but he's going to get the second score in the score line. Opened up with a 2.37.
On actually this next wave that's about to break, he might sneak in and get. See if Gabby hunts this down.
Sneaky Medina, he's taking a look at it, and he's on. Little white water on the face, having to hop through that section, hooks it. Little air under his board, comes around the corner again, and beautiful second turn for Gabe Medina, just what we expected from the former world champion. He kicks out into the channel. So you called it, Ross. Keen sunset eye you have.
Wow, and that's what makes Gabriel Medina so tough to beat. He's just relentless. He's always moving around the inside, and he keeps the other competitors on their toes. They're looking over their shoulder. What is Gabriel Medina doing in there? This is what he's doing. He's finding a little wave. It snuck underneath everyone. They're sitting on the outside, and he went to town on this off the lip. That was legit right there under the lip, and a second one right here, kind of hacking it back on that inside sunset bowl. But it's all about that one turn. Just a quick snap right here, upside down in the hook.
Jeremy Flores live action, winding up off the bottom, and a beautiful full radius turn for Flores. He ducks under mid-face layback. I believe he got a turn outside as well before the camera got onto him, so that's looking like a good wave for Jeremy Flores. But he's going to hang on to first priority. Let's take another look at Jeremy Flores.
Well, I'm interested if you called it, if he did 2 turns. And you're right, he did. Nice sweeping cutback. That'll count. Better turn right here, though. More on rail. Even leaned back. Kind of threw the upper body around there, torquing it around. So that's a nice move. That's definitely a scoring maneuver right there. Again, watch the upper body. He's going to clear it up. He's going to raise those arms up in the air. That allows him to kind of turn around that radius right there, get that lower body cleared. So a pretty good little technique. He's not thinking about that, but you know, that just naturally happens for Jeremy, and that allowed him to get that board on rail.
Jordy Smith, I mean, to me, he's tailor-made for this wave. Here we go, up and riding. Torrey Meister, looking down the line, pulls into the barrel and does such a good job of getting in and out. And he's not done, gets another turn to chalk on some more points. Comes through here, punches through the lip right at the end. So great wave, put it together beautifully and found that barrel, Ross.
That's going to be a huge score.
Ethan Ewing right behind him. He wants to answer back. Does that double pump bottom turn. Beautiful arc off the top. Deep bottom turn again, and more of a cutback for turn number 2. This wave stands up on the inside. Let's see what Ewing's got. And he just does a full radius with a little bit of tail release to kick out. So nice exchange for the 2 guys in 3rd and 4th place. We're going to see if we're going to have a little juggling of positions out here as far as who's advancing. Wow,
Kaipo, that was a great exchange. So we can go ahead and forget about Gabriel Medina's sneaky little inside score. It's going to be scooted to the side there because Torrey Meister and Ethan just went to town. And I'm such a groupie for this kid surfing right here. I love the way he surfs. Watch this board, how much he gets on rail. He's such a smooth cat. So a couple of nice turns there, even a little bit of a tail slide right there, just for a little extra spice on that turn. You know, he was running into deep water, and he was managed to make it count, that 3rd maneuver. But this is a beautiful barrel there. Watch him stand wide open there. Not so much trickery. He was able just to kind of cruise out of that barrel. So he knows right here he's embarking on a big score, and just adding a little bit to it right there with that puncture. Last little vertical snap there, but we'll see him eyeing it up right here. He's not expecting to get barreled, and he said, whoa, this thing is going to barrel. And so he adjusted on the fly, and that is all about Sunset Beach. You have to have great reflexes. You have to respond when a good section comes your way. Right here, he sees it. He's going to kick just a tiny little stall. And then basically, you know, he was a little bit conservative because you just don't know how Sunset's going to be in the barrel. You never know when it's going to pinch and shut down on you. So Torrey making sure he flew out of that thing. No scores have dropped yet, but it's got to be a banger.
Ethan Ewing, Torrey Meister, late charge, both of them on their last waves, and they're moving on into the quarterfinals. Jeremy Flores and Gabe Medina are out of it, and we're going to have more here from the Vans World Cup of Surfing. Please stick around because we got more exciting heats and